Hello guys, it's Chelsea, and for today's video, it is gonna be the start of a new series here on my channel, and it is called So Ayun with Chelsea. Hindi ko alam if corny ba yun, pero I feel like it's realistic kasi every time na nakikipag-usap ako with someone or if parang nag-a-advise ako or basta kahit conversation lang talaga, lagi akong may So Ayun with Chelsea. Anyway, I have 30 minutes left on my camera. I have here my diluted matcha. We're gonna make the most out of this. I hope you guys have your coffee with you, a drink maybe. Let us catch up, shall we? I just went over the questions, and you know what? Instead of answering every single one, parang mas gusto ko na this will be more of a story time kasi feeling ko sa ganun, parang mas may mahihit tayo na tanong sa mga tinanong nyo, ha? This is very impromptu and it is actually a very chatty day for me. So, you know, perfect time for filming. Basta siguro let's just imagine that this is me and you catching up, gano'n. So, game. Ayun. If you guys have been following me for a long time now, you would know na it has always been a dream of mine to have my own space. Kasi, well, dati naman, hindi naman ako yung as in totally walang kwarto talaga. Pero, nag-start ako sa sharing kaming kwarto. I was living, of course, Filipino. Nasa isang bahay kami ng mga family ko talaga. As in, kasama ko yung mga pinsan ko, mga tita ko. Parang 13 kami sa isang bahay. So, share talaga kami. Sa isang kwarto, nandun ka-share ko yung kapatid ko, si Rupert, tsaka yung Kuya AC ko. Lala ko, sobrang laki ng space na pinag-sharean namin. Tapos, meron akong mga Orocan cabinet. Ginawa ko siyang walls. Basta ginawa ko siyang walls. Pinagdikit-dikit ko yung mga Orocan namin. Ako pumesto sa corner. Tapos yung pintuan ko, nagtamtaks ako sa ceiling ng kurtina para magmukha lang na may kwarto ako. As in, feeling ko at a very young age, I can already tell talaga sa sarili ko na I really parang am dreaming of having my own space. Siguro nakita nyo yung mga videos ko na nag-renovate ako ng kwarto. Just to make it clear, it wasn't my first time having my own room noon. Pero medyo matagal na rin noon since nagkaroon ako ng sarili kong room. Gets ba? Basta nagkaroon ako ng sarili kong kwarto when I was in second year high school, I think, up to first year college. Ang nangyari kasi is nagpa-renovate kami tapos nagkaroon ng problema with the renovation. Parang lagi kaming hinaharap. Lagi na lang na pagdidiskitahan. So, nag-stop talaga yung renovation namin totally. So, yung mga kahoy, makikita mo talaga sa kalahati ng bahay namin. Ang dami talaga nasayang na spaces and hindi na namin siya matuloy-tuloy kasi palpak din pa na yung renovation namin. Basta, fast forward, basta sabihin natin, second year college, half nun, until the first year of the pandemic, doon ako nagsistay sa lapag ng tita ko sa first floor. Sila yung nagsistay doon, tapos sa second floor, kalahati na lang talaga yung napakikinabangan doon sa floor na yun. Sayang talaga. Pero ang nagsistay doon is yung kapatid ko, sila, tas yung family niya, si Caleb, tapos sa kabila, si Rupert yung nagsistay, tapos si mommy sa third floor. Kahit hindi talaga sobrang maayos, doon siya nagsistay. And then ako lang yung walang kwarto sa amin, so doon ako sa lapag. Although I would say, comfortable naman ako doon, kahit sa lapag ako nagsistay, pero iba talaga kapag meron kang sariling kwarto. You know, you have your own privacy. So feeling ko kasi, when you're at your teenage years, approaching 20s, it's really stressful, college, diba? Parang naalala ko, gusto ko talaga mag-focus, pero hindi rin kasi ako mahilig lumabas, ganon, and I was also struggling making friends in college. Tapos wala pa akong sariling kwarto. There were a lot of times na nagbe-breakdown talaga ako. Wait lang. Something about me, guys, okay naman talaga ako, pero when I'm recalling some things, bigla akong naalala ko na umiyak ako noon. Parang naluluha rin ako ngayon, pero okay lang ako. I was really struggling when I was in college kasi besides parang settling into college, nahihirapan din ako to feel my feelings kasi I don't have the privacy that I needed. Naalala ko, parang gusto ko umiyak pero hindi ako makaiyak. Tahimik lang talaga. Nagaganon ako ng unan. Or pupunta ako sa kitchen namin or sa CR. Basta yun, background lang naman. For mag-pandemic, biglaan yung brother ko, kumuha siya ng sarili niyang bahay sa South na. So when he moved out, I moved in. into his room. So, doon na ako bigla nagkaroon ng sariling kwarto. And that's the room that you guys saw during the pandemic, yung bino-beautify ko na kwarto. Na actually, okay din eh. Bigla ako nagkaroon ng sariling kwarto nung pandemic kasi feeling ko, since we're all locked up, I really needed that space. Naalala ko man ako nakitang comment in one of my room makeover videos. Parang sabi ang OA naman nung mga sinasabi ko sa kwarto ko. Pero, dinilit ko kasi yun kasi medyo nana-negative ako. Lalo na parang I feel super grateful about that room. Basta, hindi kasi magets ng ibang tao, pero that room really meant a lot to me. Kasi parang naging, ano ko talaga siya, safe space. Simula na napunta ako doon, parang ang dami ko talagang na-discover sa sarili ko. So, that's why I'm really grateful sa kwarto ko na yun. Yeah, basically, the rest is history. And now, let's proceed to the first question, which is, why did you move out? Totoo lang, ang tagal ko na talagang nasa isip na mag-move out. But ang nagpapatagal talaga sa akin is a lot of questioning sa sarili ko. Yung tipong like ko, tinatanong yung sarili ko kung ready na ba talaga ako, if this is something na parang I really wanna push. Kasi di ba parang 2 years ago, 3 years ago, a lot of people are starting to move out and live alone. And parang, syempre, what you see on social media, especially since lagi tayo nasa social media nun, parang sometimes hindi mo rin namamalayan. Naisip ko tuloy if gusto ko ba talaga to or natutuwa lang ako kasi yun yung mga nakikita ko. So yun, nung mga times na iniisip ko na siya, bigla ako step back kasi iniisip ko, comfortable naman ako. I mean, I'm still young. I wanna live with my family. Naalala ko yung mga times na nagsa-step back ako. Bigla ako nagpapa-renovate ng kung ano-ano. Wala lang, alam mo yon, magstay talaga ako doon. Pero na-realize ko nung tumatagal na there's really something missing. Ever since kasi na nag-work ako, I mean, hindi naman ako super work as in corporate job ganon. Pero I have been financially independent since I was 13 when I first started online selling. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, pero I think my store was one of the first Instagram stores. It's called OAKPH, OAKPH. So, ever since in-start ko yung store na yon nung 13 years old ako, masabi ko na financially independent talaga ako. Hindi ako mahingi ng baon or yung mga luho ko. Basta mga bagay-bagay like my gadgets, all of that I bought with my own money, with the work that I have. And feeling ko, parang growing up na ganun, parang crave tuloy ng sarili ko to have my own space so I can really embody independency. For me kasi, I have a lot of things pa na hindi ko ma-discover sa sarili ko and feeling ko mas ma-discover ko siya when I'm really on my own. And that's when I knew na parang I wanna move out. Actually, ngayon na nire-recall ko, nung nag-start kasi ako ng YouTube channel ko, yun yung time na nag-stop yung renovation sa bahay namin and wala akong sariling space. Tapos naalala ko, nakikifilm ako doon sa kwarto ng isa kong pinsan. Tapos every time na wala siya, as in papasok talaga ako sa kwarto niya, makikifilm ako. Tapos pag nararamdaman ko, kabisado ko yung mga paa ng mga tao pag naglalakad sila. Naalala ko, pag naririnig ko yung paa nung pinsan ko, nagmamadali talaga ako. Na-practice ko na yung, ate, sorry, nag-film kasi ako pwede pa film. Parang ganon. Ate, pwede 20 minutes na mag-film lang ako. Naalala ko yung mga moments na ganon. Yung iba ko ring mga halls, as in yung mga first ukay halls ko, sa taas siya, umakit ako sa 3rd floor. And yung 3rd floor namin, yun talaga yung as in, hindi talaga siya na-renovate. Yung mga walls doon, may splash siya ng mga semento, ganun, or yung lapag namin doon, as in bato-bato talaga siya. Pero doon ako umakyat kapag gusto ko mag-film. Maliwanag. Ang ginawa ko is nagtamtak ako ng telang puti sa ceiling, o kaya sinasabi ko yung tela ko sa sampayan nung pinsan ko. Tapos doon ako mag-film. Maglalatag ako ng pillowcase sa lapag kahit na sobrang tigas doon. Uupo akong ganyan. Lalagyan akong halaman dito. Aesthetic na. Tapos nag-film na ako. Ganon. Pero dahil nga sa sitwasyon na yun, parang ang onti talaga ng mga na-upload kong videos. Sobrang dami kong ideas. Pero alam mo yung tipong kahit na really try your best, ang hirap talaga. So, nung nagkaroon na ako ng sarili kong kwarto, nung nag-move nga ako dun sa kwarto ng kuya ko, napansin ko talaga sa sarili ko, I mean now na inaalala ko, mas na-express ko yung sarili ko. And if makikita nyo rin, if babalikan nyo, dun na bigla sunod-sunod yung videos ko. And feeling ko ko talaga, you know, having your own space, it would really benefit you in a lot of ways. Hindi lang siya sa paghasa ng creativity mo or sa pag, you know, pag brainstorm, ganun. Parang nakaka-help din talaga siya to express yourself more. And yun talaga yung na-experience ko when I had my own room. And when I was, yun nga, when I had ideas of moving out already, parang naiisip ko, why would I need a bigger space? Maybe I just need to be resourceful. I think I was 21, 22 when I had ideas of moving out. Parang yung ano ko kasi, yung thought process ko, pag nag-move out ako, mas maano ako, mga ganyan. Tapos biglang napapa-step back ako kasi iniisip ko, bakit kapag nag-move out lang ba ako, dun ko lang kaya gawin yun. And a thing about me is I really strive to be the most resourceful person I can be. I always parang look first at what I have and I work with what I have. Ganun muna yung ginagawa ko. So, hindi muna ako nag-dive sa idea na mag-move out. Ang ginawa ko is parang reverse. Ang inisip ko is, well, para sa akin kasi talaga, mas makakaipon ka when you stay sa family home mo. So, that's what I did. Parang winaway ko eh. I already have funds, pero dalawa yung gusto ko gawin nun. Gusto ko mag-start ng sarili kong clothing business, clothing brand. And I also had, you know, plans of moving out. Pero I wanted to be smart about it. So, ang naisip ko nun, you know, dalawa yung pinagpipilian ko. Mas pinili ko yung pag-start ng clothing brand. That's when Oaklavie was born. If mababalikan nyo kung kailan nag-start yung Oaklavie, that was also the year that I was planning to move out. So, matagal na talaga siya nasa isip ko. Pero, I just wanted to really think about it. Basically, pinili ko muna na mag-start ng clothing brand ko. And I was still filming at that time. Tapos, kung ano-ano talagang pinaparenovate ko, parang iniisip ko, hindi ko na kailangan mag-move out. Parang paayos ko na lang to, ganyan. But then, after a few months, after a few years, nafe-feel ko talaga na parang nalilimitahan ako. Hindi ko ma-explain. But sa personality ko kasi, parang I really crave the peace and quiet and I really work better and express myself better and have creative ideas and parang brainstorm better when I'm alone. Masasabi ko naman alone ako sa kwarto ko, pero of course you hear a lot of people din and factor na rin doon yung kapitbahay namin, medyo toxic, gayams. Ay, sorry, napanood kaya? Sorry. Madami rin talagang factor. Na-realize ko rin na, you know, in life, you really progress din talaga eh. So, allow yourself ba. And feeling ko yung face ko dun sa kwarto ko na yon, sobrang nasulit ko talaga siya. And sobrang nalabas ko na yung sarili ko nun. Felt like at that time, okay na. Parang it's time for me to progress pa lalo. That's the thing about adulthood. Some things talaga, they really just help you crawl the ladder. And in my case, para sa akin yun yung kwarto ko. Parang naging, ano siya, stairs papunta sa better version of myself. So at that time, parang dun ko talaga na feel na I am ready and that moving out is for me. Kasi yun nga, isa sa mga dahilan talaga kung bakit na-delay is because gusto ko talaga siyang pag-isipang mabuti. Kasi at that time rin, ang daming nagmo-move out, ang daming nag-live alone, ganon. And the idea of parang being that version also, parang it excites me, pero it excites me more in a way na, ay, pag nagka-space ako na sarili ko, ang ganda-ganda siguro, parang if-furnish ko talaga siya. Parang doon ako na-excite, pero hindi ko na kikita yung bigger picture kasi I'm so looking forward to making my room look like my Pinterest board, gano'n. Yun, kaya hindi ko masyado pinagkakatiwalaan yung sarili ko to move out kasi mas focused ako doon sa part na yun yung pag-decorate. But, am I really ready to finance myself? Yun yung lagi kong follow-up question after ko maging excited. When you move out kasi, there's a lot of layers to it. Of course, there's a lot of expenses that comes with it. Yung renta, ganon. Ikaw na talaga yun. I took a little break. Tuwing gabi na, low-bat pala kasi lahat ng spare batteries ko. So, while I was waiting for them to charge, inedit ko na tong video na to so that I have extra memory sa SD card ko. But while I was editing, napansin ko pala na medyo paulit-ulit ako and nag-ramble ako. I'm sorry, pero hindi ko na rin alam kung ano yung i-delete ko na paulit-ulit ako. I guess this is me saying bear with me because this is my first time doing this kind of content and actually, in person din naman kapag nakikipag-usap ako, this is how I speak. So what you're getting is really me. So ayun, but yeah, let's pick up where we left off. I think we were on the topic of me knowing na I was ready. So, hindi ko talaga ma-explain guys, pero para sa akin kasi, mafe-feel mo na lang talaga siya sa puso at isip mo na this is something na gusto mo and also is a need kasi it will be beneficial to you in a lot of ways. Pero of course, it doesn't stop there. Hindi lang yun yung gusto mo lang. In order to make it a reality, you also have to prepare yourself financially and mentally as well. Now, let's move on to the next question, which is, how much did I prepare nung nag-move out ako and paano ako nakapag-ipon? Actually, i-ano natin siya, sub na question. First is what I do for a living kasi madami nagtanong how was I able to afford this? I am a content creator and I earn from different channels, let's say. First is doing YouTube videos. Nakaka-earn ako sa Google AdSense. Yun yung pag may ads kayo nakikita, ganon. Kapag nagpe-play, kumikita yung videos ko doon when you watch it, ganon. So, please do not skip. But yun, I get paid by Google AdSense. And then, of course, when I get brand collaborations, yung mga partnerships, I also get paid doon. And I also earn from sharing affiliate links. Kapag meron akong ni-recommend kunwari sa Instagram story, tas pinindot nyo, I get commission when the last link na pinindot nyo is my link. And lastly, nung time kasi na yun, medyo active ako dun sa brand ko, sa Oaklavi. Now kasi it's on hiatus. That was another channel where I get my income. Dun sa brand ko na yun. And actually, ano rin talaga, saver rin talaga ako. Hindi ako masyado gumagastos sa mga mamahaling gamit. That's why nung year na nag-move out ako, I was already financially prepared sa pag-move out. Sub-question number 2, how much did I prepare to move out? I have 2 bank accounts actually. First is yung savings ko, and then yung second is yung hindi ko talaga ginagalaw, and it's for future parang endeavors, gano'n, like business purposes, or yung yun nga, tatahakin ko katulad ng pag-move out, either for business or for progress. Ay, ganda no. I was looking for a condo. Meron na talaga akong budget in mind na parang safe siya, hindi ako mabibigla kasi from, mag-aambag ka lang sa kuryente, ganyan. Next na magiging ako na is yung ako na talaga lahat. So, yung sinet ko na budget for me sa pag-move out is yung safe lang. Alam mo yung kaya ko to, parang ganon. Kapag medyo mas mataas pa, parang siya, kakayanin ko yan. Parang ganon. Gets niyo ba yung different? Meron yung kaya mo na talaga, meron yung hindi mo pa sure pero kakayanin. Basta, why did you choose to rent and not rent to own? Actually guys, muntik na ako bumili ng rent to own, but that's a story for another time. Medyo mahaba kasi siya. Yun, yung rent and rent to own, yun talaga yung inaral ko. The reason why I stick to renting muna instead of rent to own is because ako rin naman, paiba-iba yung needs ko and wants ko. And I don't really see myself, ngayon na, sa age ko na to, na 24, I don't really see myself settling into one place pa. This age when I'm still exploring, parang paiba-iba rin eh. Ayoko mas stuck muna sa iisang lugar. Mamaya kasi kunwari, pag bumili ako ng condo, sabihin man natin na kaya ko naman yung ipa-Airbnb pag di ko na ginamit. Hindi kasi yun yung nakikita ko for me muna. Yung parang gagastos ako nun. Parang mahirap din kasi to get into that. So, baka maging liability siya sa akin in the future. So, I wanted to, just be smart and safe first with my decisions. And I feel like renting is a safe option. So, that's why I chose to rent muna instead of rent to own. Mamaya nag-rent to own ako ng 1 bedroom. Tapos, biglang naliitan pala ako. Alam mo yung ang hirap na makawala doon kasi binili mo na yun rent to own na siya. Kapag ni-rent mo, pwede ka lumipat pa. Ewan ko, feeling ko kasi I'm at the age where I'm still exploring. Tingin ko, I would settle down at a place talaga if may pamilya na ako. Mga ganun. Actually, when I spoke to my family about me renting, yung as in, comment talaga nila agad is bakit hindi rent to own. And nung una parang naapektuhan ako na, ay, dapat ba rent? Ganun. Kaya dun ako napatagal pa talaga. Yung parang question ko na naman, yung parang naging step 1 na ulit na tinatanong ko na naman yung sarili ko, am I doing this talaga? If sure ba talaga ako ganun? Every time na nakakakuha ako ng ganung reply agad, kasi yun talaga yung first na sasabihin nila. But nung mga time na yon, as in, masasabi ko talaga sa sarili ko na inaral ko. And para sa akin kasi, hindi yun sayang na ipiliin ko muna na mag-rent. Lalo na sa lifestyle ko na itong mga ginagawa ko, I film it. Yun, hindi rin kasi magigets ng iba yung point of view mo. Pero sa line of work ko kasi, para sa akin, hindi sayang to spend on a condominium na nare-rent ko. Kasi this is my content. So, dito rin ako kumikita talaga when I'm here. Kaya para sa akin hindi siya nasasayang. And ayun nga, sub-question number 4, I think number 3, how much yung binabayad ko sa rent. Nung una, dapat hindi ako dito mag-move. Dapat sa may Eastwood ako, and yung napili ko doon was a unit that cost 25k per month, pero may kasama na siyang parking, and that was 57 square meters. As in, sobrang laki niya. I was already excited to move in there kasi sobrang, ayun nga, na-excite na naman ako na, shit, ang laki, ang dami kong malalagay dito. But nung after a few days na in-assess ko, parang na-feel ko na it will be too much for me. Parang kakayanin ko. Pero honestly kasi, since this is a new leap, ayokong mag-struggle ako. Kahit naman na alam ko sa sarili ko na I won't let that happen. Ang hirap din to put yourself na hindi ka sure if kakayanin mo or hindi. Kasi you'll never know. Katulad ng pandemic, 'di ba? Okay yung mga work, tapos bigla nagka-pandemic, nawalan ng work. Parang ayokong mabigla rin. Itong unit na kinuha ko, it costs 16,000 per month. It's a 40 square meter, 1-bedroom unit here in Manila. But yeah, basically, before ako naka-move in dito, I prepared 2 months advance of rent and 1 month security deposit. So that's 16,000 times 3. Binigay ko yun doon sa agent na kausap ko. And itong unit na kinuha ko kasi, ano siya, unfurnished. Wala siyang ref, wala siyang mga aircon, ganun. So I also allotted money para bilhin yung mga kailangan ko for this space. Pero hindi rin naman masyado naging... Actually, medyo mahal din talaga kasi yung mga wala ako, mahal pala sila. Kunwari, closet, ganun. Yung closet na nabili ko, it's 10,000 pesos, ganun. Medyo mahal. Pero some other things, nakatipid din naman ako kasi, ayun nga, doon sa kwarto ko sa bahay. Feeling may bahay na talaga ako doon. Kaya may mga table na ako, ganun. So yun, I think sa mga bagay na kinailangan ko dito, rin ako, parang 60 to 80k, sabihin natin. So that's the first month of staying here. Nung nag-move in kasi ako dito, di ba kinailangan ko ng mga cheque, ganun. So nag-open ako ng panibagong account. And yung account na yun, nilagyan ko siya ng 4 months of rent, maliban pa dun sa 2 months advance and 1 month deposit. Na-dedicated talaga for this new leap. Itong moving out, yung pagbayad ko ng renta, nagpasok na ako dun. And as of 2 months ago, kinomplete ko na yun, as in set na talaga ako for the whole year na nandito ako. Ready na lahat nung pambayad ko ng renta. Yun yung way ko, kumbaga, para hindi ko masyado paproblemahin yung pambayad ko sa rent. Nag-save na talaga ako or dinivide ko na. How much do you spend per month? Ang nagagastos ko per month, paiba-iba kasi siya eh. Katulad ngayon na mainit yung panahon, pero yung Meralco ko, nung di pa gano'ng mainit, parang 1.3, 1.5 siya. Kaso nung mainit talaga, hindi ako nagpapatay ng aircon. So, tumaas siya ng 3.2, 3.5. Pero parang price range, nag-aalat ako ng 22 to 28k every month to pay for everything. So that's rent, Meralco, water, Wi-Fi, and my groceries. Yun, medyo kinakapaka pa talaga yung groceries ko. But yeah, that's basically the range of my not so fixed expense per month. Okay, another question is, how did you tell your parents? Yun yung first ko, I mean, nasabi ko naman na to dun sa moving out video ko. Nung first conversation talaga namin ng mama ko, hindi kami nagka eye to eye kasi yun nga, isa siya sa mga nag-comment na bakit hindi rent to own, and gets ko naman yung mommy ko kasi I mean, yung content creator, it's a new job, it's a new line of work. Pero nung second time na nag-usap kami, I was more firm with my decision, and feeling ko kasi it's not a surprise na I would want to do this kasi ever since talaga, parang yung pag-acto ko is I'm very independent and lagi kong ginagawang reality yung mga gusto kong gawin. Sa totoo lang yung mommy ko, I feel like she is proud of me na I'm able to create decisions like this. Yung mga tao sa family namin, when I opened up to them, di na sila na surprise. Parang nagulat na lang siguro sila na sinabi ko, pero naginawa ko yun, hindi sila na gulat. Parang ganon. And feeling ko kasi with my actions in the past, yung mga decision ko in life, parang confident na sila sa akin na I know what I'm doing. And how I spoke din kasi sa mommy ko, parang the second time, I was more firm. Sabi nga nung kuya ko, sabihin ko in a way na hindi ko pinapaalam kasi I was already of age. But at the same time, of course, kailangan ko rin naman magpaalam. Pero yun nga, sabi ng kuya ko, sabihin ko in a way na hindi ako nagpapaalam. Sabihin ko daw na parang pinapaalam ko. That way, parang parang they see you na you know what you're doing. Let's go back sa pagchichikahan kasi nahirapan din ako mamili ng question na lang bigla-bigla. Baka masira yung flow ng video. Pero nung bago ako mag-move out, iyak talaga ako ng iyak. Nakita niyo naman yun sa moving out video ko na iyak ako ng iyak kasi hindi ko a part of me, parang hindi ko ma-imagine yung everyday life ko na hindi ko nakikita yung mga tao. Kasi yung mga nasa first floor namin, kunwari yung mga tita ko, walang araw na hindi ako bababa, tapos bubuksan ko lang yung pinto para makita sila. Parang everyday, gusto ko silang nakikita. And dealing with that, parang, and facing the reality na nung araw na mag-move out ako na hindi ko na yun magagawa everyday. Parang na-hurt ako. Parang iniisip ko yung mga tao. Kunwari, yung kapatid ko, paano kapag gusto niya mag-outfit, ganyan, hindi na siya makakakuha ng damit sa... Basta na ko naisip yung mommy ko. Pero the thing about, ayun nga, adulthood and life in general is that you also have to embrace change. Not look at it na tipong kapag lumipat ako, mawawala na talaga lahat ng connections. Kasi yun yung, tingin ko yun yung naiisip ko nun eh. Kaya parang sobrang nalulungkot talaga ako, na-anxious ako na ay, hindi ko na sila makikita, ganun. Kasi, I mean, ang totoo naman is makikita mo talaga sila ulit. Nag-move in ako dito, if I'm gonna be honest, feeling ko mas naging close pa ako sa kanilang lahat. Kasi I always find myself catching up with them or parang kinakamusta ko sila, chinachat ko sila. Parang I feel like that's me not wanting the connection na mawala lang. Kasi at the end of the day, if may hiwalay ka man sa parents mo or sa family mo talaga, nasa sayo pa rin naman yun eh. You will let it na mawala talaga yung connection. Question here, Ate Chel, so far wala ka namang regrets when you moved out? And the answer is no. I don't have any regrets. And meron ding tanong dito na do you feel lonely at home sometimes? And yung answer din dun is no. Kasi, yun nga, parang sabi ko sa inyo, I feel like yung personality ko talaga, ano talaga siya sa peace and quiet and being alone. And I really find comfort in being alone. How was your mental health experience after moving out? And this will be the last question that I'm gonna be answering kasi feeling ko medyo mahaba na tong video ko na to. I would say na yung mental health ko, okay na okay talaga siya ngayon. Sa totoo lang kasi, ito ang daming dahilan, pero isa rin talaga sa dahilan kung bakit gusto ko rin mag-move out is because I wanna start a clean slate. Madaming good memories talaga na nangyari dun sa kwarto ko. Ang dami kong na-invite na tao doon. At basta ang daming laughter, ganun. At the same time, dami ko ring sad moments doon. Yun yung mga time na I was at my lowest din, ganun, na kinakapa ko pa how to deal with things, with emotions. And so, moving out here, it made me wiser and more collected. So, yun. Basta hindi ko ma-explain, pero para sa akin, ang laki talaga ng na-improve ko sa madaming aspects. And so, if people would say na, ay, ang mahal naman, nag-renta ka na, ganun. For me, it's an expense na I'm willing to pay in exchange for, you know, better mental health and just overall, a nice, quiet life. And so, that concludes today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope I did not ramble too much and sana may nakuha kayo dito. Nakakatawa kasi hindi ko na pala nainom yung matcha. Tingnan nyo yung kulay niya na nawala na yung yellow. But yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys on our next cafe date. Ganap na ganap, pero that's gonna be it for today. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!